is Federica. I'm part of the Doc City team, and it's my pleasure to welcoming you all to this live presentation on the University of Pécs. Today we will be talking about the Faculty of Pharmacy, and we will be also answering live to all of the questions that you might have. So we will be starting with sharing some presentations. So first will be a presentation of the faculty. Later on, we will have the pleasure to hear from Amir, who's a current student, his experience. And then finally, we will be able to answer all of the questions that you might have. We kindly ask you to write your question into the Q&A section that you'll find at the bottom of your Zoom window, and we will be able to answer them at the end of the presentation. So I believe we're ready to start, and it's my pleasure now to leave the floor to Dalma, who's going to share with us a presentation of the Faculty of Pharmacy. Dalma, the floor is all yours.
Okay, thank you, Federica. I would like to wish you a good time for our short presentation. I hope you will enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Andras Schwittler. I'm a pharmacist. I'm the Vice Dean of the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Pécs, and this video is intended for those who are interested in becoming a pharmacist, interested in a pharmacy career, a healthcare profession, and also those who are interested to study pharmacy in a university. So first of all, I will introduce you the pharmacy career opportunities around the globe at international level. We have to state that there is no healthcare without pharmacists and medications. And pharmacists are essential elements of the healthcare team at the global level. So that's the main goal for you when you will become a pharmacist in the future. However, now you have different questions regarding application, education, and most of this information you can find on websites of universities, also the University of Pécs website. However, there's a big question, the final goal, becoming a pharmacist and having a career. So first of all, before I introduce pharmacy education at the University of Pécs Faculty of Pharmacy, I will focus on introducing you important statements regarding the pharmacy career in general. We will discuss what should you know about the pharmacy profession, what career opportunities you will have in the future after graduation, is there a need for pharmacists at all at the labor market, and also which destination countries you should consider when you will start your professional life in the future, and is there anything you have to do before you start working in any given country. Okay, pharmacy, and trust me, I'm a pharmacist, I have 15 years of experience in this field, is a really rewarding career. There are several reasons for that. The first one, that pharmacy is exciting. You can combine science with healthcare, IT, business, manufacturing, and also interaction with patients. Also, pharmacist is a trusted profession around the globe. Pharmacists graduating at the University of Pécs receive the doctoral degree with their diplomas, and pharmacists are typically ranked as a highly accepted professional worldwide. Also, and this is a very important thing for you to know, there are several opportunities after graduation. I will discuss in detail later, but you can work in community pharmacies, you can work in hospitals, you can work in the industry, and you can participate in research and drug discovery. And also, pharmacy as a profession in long term, in most countries that I know about, provides excellent earning potential and job security. So you will easily find a job in most countries, and you will have a wage that can give you a rewarding life in the future. Okay, pharmacy is a really exciting job, and it's especially exciting in the 21st century because this profession, this career is transforming. Previously, pharmacists manufactured medications. Pharmacies supplied medication, so they participated in logistics. However, now, beside these job competencies, there are several new ones evolving in most countries, also in Hungary, but at international, definitely in developed countries. Pharmacists participate in medication management, which means that they help patients use their drug most efficiently. Okay, discuss, they counsel with their patients. Pharmacists can participate even in emergency care, and there are several advanced pharmacy services around the globe. For example, and it's really interesting now, that pharmacists participate in vaccination, or they participate in helping patients to discover their diseases and manage their diseases, and participate in testing also. If you see this graph, you see all the services community pharmacists are providing beyond dispensing. Beyond dispensing means that everything else you do besides just giving out the medications. As you see on this graph, which was conducted by the International Pharmaceutical Federation, so it's a global survey result, it shows that pharmacists participate in several fields. For example, managing certain diseases, compounding, manufacturing medications, and community pharmacy and hospital pharmacy level. They can also participate, as I mentioned, in vaccination, asthma management, and also review of certain diseases and medications of the given patients. As I mentioned, there are several career pathways for pharmacists, and this makes pharmacy career and pharmacy profession a really exciting one. The most known job for pharmacists is to work in community pharmacies. Everyday life, you walk around the city and you see pharmacists. Pharmacies are run by pharmacists. These are community pharmacists. But although most of the pharmacists find a job, their career in this field, there are several other opportunities, also very exciting ones. For example, hospital and clinical pharmacy, where you become an important, essential member of the healthcare team and work together with nurses, dietitians, physiotherapists, and medical doctors, of course. Beside that, you can work for the industry, and you can help in or contribute to the development and research of medications. You can also participate in manufacturing, large-scale manufacturing of medications. And also, there are additional job opportunities. You can work for drug authorities or governments or certain health insurance agencies. This set of article snapshots illustrate that there's a definite need for pharmacists around the globe, and pharmacy is a trusted professional in most countries. It provides good earning potential in most countries, so I encourage everybody to consider this option. Whenever you choose a profession, you should always consider several things where you will have your professional life in the future. One definite benefit of pharmacy profession that it's recognized around all Europe countries. So the University of Pécs Faculty of Pharmacy degree is accepted by all European countries, and there's a definite need for pharmacists in Europe and outside Europe. So you will very highly find a job for you at international level. However, depending on the country's destination country regulations, you might have to take language examinations, you have to participate in pre-registration training, or you might be required to qualify in certain examinations or licensure, but that's the same for most professions, not just pharmacy. In this graph, we wanted to summarize you the licensing, the salaries of selected countries, typical target countries for pharmacists. You can see that the higher the annual salary is, the procedure, the time, and the money required for licensure is also higher. But in several European countries, you can earn a reasonable wage at a reasonable investment and time and financial investment. Okay, And now we will turn to the second part of my presentation, which discusses what you can expect when you arrive to the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Pécs, and start studying as a pharmacy student here, which I encourage you to do. Our faculty, actually the pharmacy education, was founded 20 years ago in the year 2000. And we launched our English program 9 years later, which means that we have more than 10 years experience teaching pharmacy students in English. The faculty is the youngest and probably one of the smallest faculty of the University of Pécs, the large university with 10 faculties and a lot of programs, also national and Hungarian language. So we're a small faculty, but it has an added benefit that the education is more personal. You can have a better relationship, more intensive relationship with your classmates and the teachers also. We are planning our university campus, what you can see in the bottom of the page, and hopefully within a few years all pharmacy students will learn in a very encouraging environment. We have developed our campus continuously, but we have plans for the future, of course. Just a few words about the staff we have. In this limited time, I just want to illustrate you a few snapshots of my colleagues. We have 8 pharmacy-specific departments, teaching mainly pharmacy-specific subjects, professional subjects, and our teaching staff consists of about 40 teachers, and most of the teacher staff is relatively young, so I'm considered to be a middle-aged teacher. Our education is conducted in a way that it's combined with courses from the medical school. We also have courses from the Faculty of Sciences, and we collaborate with the Faculty of Business and Economics. So this also illustrates that pharmacy is a very diverse, complex, so-called multidisciplinary profession combining knowledge from different fields of science, and that also makes it really exciting, according to my perspective. The pharmacy education at the University of Pécs is 5 years, 1 year studies. We have 100 places. You have to complete 300 credits. And this requires definitely work from students. You will have to participate in classes most of the working hours during the week. Education is built up from 3 modules. In the basic module, you learn basic biological and chemical knowledge. In the medical biological module, you learn biochemistry, anatomy, so similar courses that medical students do. And then at the final professional module, you learn pharmacy-specific knowledge, analytics, drug manufacturing, economical, financial, legal aspects, medical plans, all sorts of studies that are specific for pharmacy students. And of course, we welcome our students after graduation in PhD courses offered by the Doctoral School of Pharmacological and Pharmaceutical Sciences. Also, we know it's difficult to study abroad in an environment that's not known for you. There are several mentor programs or student services offered by the university or the medical school, but we have specific courses for pharmacy students to help them in their studies or help them to brush up their English language skills when they arrive to study at the University of Pécs. There's a diverse research profile for our institute. This includes really up-to-date, high-tech research concerning nanotechnology, biotechnology, clinical pharmacy, drug interactions. And also, when you arrive to a university, you will become a member of an international environment, which means that you will join classes with a lot of students from different countries. You have option to meet students arriving from other European countries in the Erasmus mobility program, but also this mobility is offered for students in the English program, so you can move around Europe, and that's also an option, mostly for professional practices. I just brought you a few snapshots of our biotechnology and pharmaceutical technology labs, which were renewed recently. Students will participate in courses in this environment. And to sum up, I would like to highlight that if you become a pharmacist in the future, you will be an important member of the healthcare team. You will benefit from the increased demand from pharmacists worldwide, and this offers you job stability for the rest of your life, and also mobility. You can choose between countries and locations, and it's interesting to know that pharmacists are typically participating in innovative processes. You can participate in drug research mainly, and that's a key point for pharmacy innovation. And also pharmacy offers varied career opportunities. You can work in community pharmacy setting, you can work in hospital pharmacy setting and work as a clinical pharmacist. You can work in the industry and participate in research and drug manufacturing. Thank you for your attention, and we welcome you in Pécs soon.
That's great. So thank you so much, Talma, for sharing this video with us. And I can see that you already started to ask your question, which is absolutely great. So as mentioned earlier, we will be continuing with our presentation, but we will be coming back soon to answer live to all of the questions that you might have. So as anticipated, we have the pleasure to have with us Amir, who is a current student, who is going to share his experience with us. Amir, it's a pleasure to leave the floor to you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity. So, hi everybody. I see we are 55 students. Hopefully, I look forward to seeing you as fellow classmates. But I'll graduate soon. In 1 month, I'm gonna graduate. So hopefully, I'm planning to apply for a PhD course. So hopefully by the time you get here, we will meet, and I can share my experiences with you in person. But just as a brief introduction, and also like a small like a storytelling presentation, I prepared for you a brief presentation I'm gonna share. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me either after my presentation or after the conversation the others had finished. So I'm gonna share now my screen and then start my small presentation for you. So as you can see, I tried to prepare I don't want it to be boring. I know that a lot of you will think of a presentation as something that a professor will just share, and then you are just sitting and looking at words. I tried to keep the words to the bare minimum and included some pictures, and also I tried to answer for you the most important questions I think that a student might have, and basically, how is it like? How is it like to be a student? How is it like to have basically pursuing your studies in a foreign country away from home? And hopefully this will give you a sense of how is it like to be a student at the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Pécs. So briefly, I go through the Doctor of Pharmacy program, which you heard about in the Vice Dean's presentation. Basically, what is offered here is PharmD, a Doctor of Pharmacy program, which is in 2 languages, Hungarian for locals, and of course, if you know Hungarian, you're welcome to join that program as well. And also English language is offered for international students. I'm studying in the English program right now, and I'm in the 5th year, as I told you. The duration of the training is 5 years. It's divided into 10 semesters. And between the years, in the summertime, you have to go to summer practices. Basically, you have to go for a month to a community pharmacy or a hospital pharmacy and have a training in the summertime. And then every course in the faculty that you can pick can be divided into 3 groups, as it was also mentioned. Basic module, medical biotechnology, medical and biology module, and professional module. Basic module is just basic sciences. It's offered in the first 2 years mostly, and it's a brush up on the courses that you might have had in your high school studies, and also it will build up your knowledge, and it will basically reinforce your knowledge for the other modules that you are going to have. And as you can see, this is a list of courses, some mathematics and physics, informatics, and of course, a lot of chemistry. And then we have medical and biology module. This has many courses, and it spans between the first year and also up until the graduation. You have many courses from this module. It starts with biology, anatomy, physiology, and then you go on to learn a lot of more complicated stuff like pathophysiology, microbiology, and stuff like that. And then last but not least, of course, is the professional module that you're gonna basically learn what a pharmacist is expected to do and expected to know. This is mainly focused on practical knowledge and also laboratory knowledge, clinical knowledge, pharmaceutical care. So basically, you will learn how to make medications, how to prepare pharmaceutical preparations like pills. We get to make capsules, we get to make suppositories, you even get to make eye drops. So many things that you buy now pre-packed in your pharmacy, you get to actually learn how to make it yourself. So whenever there is a chance for you to make an eye drop, you know that you have the knowledge to make it. So it's not just about giving out pre-packaged medication. You really learn how to make the things that you can buy in the pharmacy. So this was just a small summary and also some information related to the studies. And then something that probably a lot of you are interested in is the student life. How is the student life here, and what are the events? So basically, what I have for you here in my presentation is divided into 2 parts. The first part, which you can see now, is focused on the Faculty of Pharmacy, the student life of students at the faculty. And then later I will share with you some other events and experiences that is common for a lot of other students, and it is a university-wide event. It's bigger, more populated events. So in the faculty, we have 3 major events. We have the freshman camp. This is basically an opportunity for you to get to know each other, have even make friends before the first day, and it's preparation and also relaxation time before you enroll. And of course, now because of the coronavirus pandemic, this year it was not held, but hopefully when the virus situation gets a little bit more relaxed and in control, hopefully you will get to have this experience as well. Then another major event for the faculty is, of course, the Pharmacy Students Evening. This is a really fun event. It is held every year around the beginning of the semester. It's in the garden of the faculty inside the main campus building, and students get to do a lot of outdoor activities. They even cook food outside and they share food. They get to have fun. The teachers also join, and it's a team building and fun experience that is like a tradition for the faculty. There is a football cup, so students get to do this during the beginning of the semester at the faculty. And then there is a more prestigious pharmacist ball. This is an event for students and also graduates and the pharmacists that are working after graduation. They join every year, and it's a charity type event, and it's dedicated to foundation of pharmacy education in the university. And they have a choir, they have many performances and a really fancy dinner, and it's a very fun experience. And this was the faculty specific events that you can have. And then there are some events at the university as a whole, which is of course a very large university with around 10 faculties and 20,000 students. So it's a very large university. And the city itself is a university city, so there are many students, including the locals. Of course, it's like 20,000. And for 20,000 students, you should have a lot of events and fun, and you can really have fun. There are book fairs that you can buy and sell your used books in the beginning of each semester. There is Oktoberfest for that the German students really take seriously, and of course everybody's welcome. There is a Pécs Music Society and open mic tradition in the city. Every week, students go to a local pub and they have open mic sessions with music, and they have fun. And there are many other events. I cherry pick two for you that I think it's really interesting, and it's dear to my heart, because it's organized by the English-German Student Council. And I was their president for 3 years, president of the student council. You can see me and Lucas, fellow German graduate. We organized many events, and one of them was International Evening, which is a really large event with many students. We had more than 2,500 attendees every year. People perform on stage. They share their traditional music, traditional food, many interesting performances, and it's a huge event every year. And hopefully next year, when coronavirus situation is under control, you can hopefully get to enjoy this if you join the faculty. And another one was Motivational Speech. It's also organized by EGSC, and we invited very renowned speakers. You can see, for example, RJ Nite, the famous actor from Breaking Bad series, was here in 2018 and had a interesting conversation and presentation for the students at the faculty, which was really loved by students. We had Frank Warren from Post Secret. We had Professor Robert Winston, many other people. We had Patch Adams in 2014. So this was a really successful event, and hopefully next year it will continue. And this was one of so like a small portion of the presentation of the events at the university. You can see the other events listed here: Advent concert, spring concert. So a lot of fun activities you get to have here. And basically, this is the events that I picked for you from the university side. And life in Pécs is also fun. And the city itself is very beautiful. It's a small student-friendly town, very friendly people, and also it's very safe. I never got to have any issues here. It's a small university town, and there is a lake nearby. You can see on the left side of the picture. It's called Orfu Lake, and you can see me and my friends on the lake. This is a group picture. It's our group picture. And when the weather is nice like now, a lot of people get to go and enjoy the lake. And there's also a water park over there that people get to use in the summertime when the weather is nice. And every year, most years, there is a Pécs City Carnival in town in the end of the summertime. It's really fun. So overall, the city itself is small but fun, and I think it's a good student town for you to join. And this was my small presentation for you. Hopefully, I could answer some of your questions, and if you have any, please feel free to ask me, and now or after the presentation. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Amir, for sharing your testimony, your presentation with us. It's been a great pleasure. And actually, we already received lots of questions, so we are going to answer them live. So hopefully they will be useful for all of you that are listening. So Salinta is asking us if there is any sort of age limit for the scholarships application, and if it's possible to work while studying in Hungary. I can see that.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to answer this question. Okay, so there is no age limit. Okay, actually, we ask you to have at least 18 years old when applying, because it would make your life and our life easier. Because if someone is underage, the university has to provide a legal guide, and it is kind of, you know, a little bit not that comfortable. But upwards, there is no age limit. Okay, so even if you are 100 years old, you are invited to apply. Regarding the job, there might be that you could find a job via a student job agency, but according to the experiences, studying at the medical field or pharmacy field will take your whole day, so you will not really have time to take jobs. So this is our experience.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if maybe Amir has one of your colleagues that has actually worked while studying. Maybe something that you would recommend.
I can tell you that I really agree with Tunde's comments. It's really heavy, you know, to take on a student job at the same time as studying in the medical or pharmacy field, because you will really have a lot of courses and a lot of exams and preparations. So time is very limited. But I know some students work in the summertime. If you have the opportunity to work in the summertime, you can even work back home. I know some students go back home and work in the summertime. Locally, it's not really easy to find a part-time job, because when people want to hire you, they want you to be able to work for them, you know, all the time, and the student is not available, you know, like 1 hour or half an hour in a day. It's not good for a company. So it's difficult. You can try, of course, but what I tell you as a student is that basically don't build your plan based on going and working. So build your plan based on studying. If you study and pass your exams, that's the best thing you can do.
Perfect. Thank you.
And you will save money. You know, if you repeat a year, it's like very expensive to pay, even if you work. So it's better to get the diploma and then work.
Perfect. Questions about the coronavirus. Of course, the situation we are facing right now is a bit of a concern for everyone. So Angie's asking us if anything has changed with the coronavirus, if the classes are in person or is an online classes.
I can answer this because I have first-hand experience as a student. So what I can tell you my personal experience, and it's a good one, thankfully. Because I'm a last year student, I have to work in the hospital and also in the pharmacy now as a practice. And the university was very prepared, and we received vaccines in January before we had to go to practice. So everybody is feeling really safe because we are vaccinated. And at the same time, there are some students who couldn't receive the vaccine, but they don't have any problem because their classes is now held online. So some of the students are in the city while taking online classes, and some of them are back home and taking online classes. Hopefully, by the time our participants want to join, the situation will be better and there will be no need for online education. But if things don't get well soon enough, I think the faculty is prepared to offer online education. So the plan is to have education on campus because things are getting in control, but under control. But if the situation changes for the worse, I think online education will be the way to go, and they are prepared to offer this.
Perfect, thank you. They also asking us about entrance exams. So they ask us if there is some sort of entrance exam to enter into the faculty and how to prepare for it.
There is entrance exam.
Yes.
And,
sorry, I can see that Tunder's already started to answer. Maybe we can give both points of view. Absolutely.
Go ahead, and then I will share some extra info.
Okay. Okay. So I will provide the official version, and then you will provide your personal perspective. So there is an entrance exam, but it's a bit easier than an entrance exam to the faculty of so to the medical or to the dentistry program, because to become a student of general medicine or dentistry program, you have to pass a complex exam consisting a written and an oral part. To become faculty of pharmacy student a little bit easier in the way that you only have to pass an oral exam. So this oral exam is like a 30 minutes interview with two professors from the faculty of pharmacy, and they will ask specific questions related to biology and chemistry. These questions are general, knowledges that should be provided by your secondary school. So actually, an average way of knowledge is required. And we have specific topics, and these topics are listed on our admissions website. Maybe Mate or Dalma could write it. It's the admissions.medschool.pt.hu, but my colleagues will help. So if you browse that website, you will find the exam topics that might occur during the entrance exam. And I just say that, let's say that there are 30 topics, and any of these topics can occur, okay? So this is the, it is upon the decision of the two professors what they are going to ask. At the first part of the oral exam, you will have a few minutes to introduce yourself, to talk about your motives, to talk about your interest. And at the second part of the oral interview, there would come the specific questions in the field of biology and chemistry.
Thank you so much. Amir, I know you wanted to also say some words about the entrance exam, please.
Yeah, so I think everything was said, but what I want to emphasize is that when you hear oral exam, don't be scared. So it's not like, oh my God, I'm gonna go and I have to talk and I cannot talk, and don't be scared. It's even better than a written exam, because you are talking to a live person. It's not like a paper and you have to basically write everything. But when it's a live conversation type of exam, they know if you know your stuff. They will try to help you. They will be nice to you. They will ask you something that you know. So don't be afraid of hearing this oral interview, oral exam. It's not a bad experience. So it's maybe unusual. A lot of people are not used to having oral exams, but don't be scared. Just be prepared, and I think you will be fine.
Thank you so much. So we received a few questions about the tuition fee. So they're asking if the University of Pécs is offering some sort of scholarships for this program. And if so, which is the procedure to apply?
Okay, scholarship is available. It is called Stipendium Hungaricum, provided by the Hungarian government, but it is available only in a specific time period. So if you would like to apply for the upcoming semester, which will start in September, unfortunately, you cannot apply for scholarship as well, because the scholarship application period always starts at November and closed in January. Okay, so you have this time slot to apply. But if you have time, you can wait a year and apply next year. There are specific countries that are involved into this scholarship program, so it is not available worldwide. You have to visit the website of the scholarship where the countries are listed. Regarding the tuition fee, the pharmacy program costs 8,400 euros in a year, and it is divided into semesters. You have to pay the first semester's tuition fee until the 1st of August, and this cost is 4,400 euro. So it is for the first semester, and 4,000 euros for the second semester. You are supposed to pay the second semester's tuition fee in February, also at the beginning of the second semester. These are the costs.
Thank you. Questions about English certificates. So they're asking if the English certificate is a requirement in order to apply to the program.
No, we do not require a language exam, because your language knowledge is going to be tested during the oral interview. Okay, so what we need during the application process is that you have to fill out our online application form. You can find it on the website that my colleagues have already written into the Q&A session. So once you apply online, you have to print and sign the application form. You have to scan it and have to email it together with the another documents, which are pretty easy. copy of your passport, a CV, high school leaving certificate, okay? Do not worry, if you don't have your high school leaving certificate right now, you are invited to apply. But what is very important that in case you are going to be admitted, you have to provide us the high school leaving certificate not later than the end of August, okay? Because according to the Hungarian laws, only those students are eligible to start their university studies who have already finished their secondary education in their home countries, okay? And there are two more additional fees. $200 is a so-called application fee. It is a one-time fee. And you have to pay $250 for the exam. Altogether, you have 3 exam chances. So if you fail the first one, there's no problem. You still have 2 more chances, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is very helpful. Asking about transfer. So Siad is asking if it's possible to get transfer from another university to Pécs University.
Yes, there is transfer possibility, but you have to reach certain requirements. This is a specific question that is in the scope of the registrar's office. This office is dealing with the education thing, but I can tell that only those students can ask for the transfer who are right now an active students of a given university, and of course only on pharmacy major, okay? So you cannot transfer to general medicine or dentistry. If you are a pharmacy student somewhere in the world, you can transfer only to our pharmacy faculty.
Perfect. And another question about validate the degree in another country. So let's say I'm a foreign student and I get a degree from the University of Pécs. Will that be valid to be a pharmacist elsewhere in the world?
Amir, could you please answer this question? I think you are familiar with the answer.
So basically, I can answer your question in 2 parts. If you want to have your working permit in a European country, which is part of the EU, so basically 27 member states of the EU, you can have your diploma recognized without any issue because it's a European, based on, so the degree is valid in the EU. So you can, if you know, for example, German, or if you know Spanish, you can work with this diploma in Spain or in Germany, and there is really minor problems. You should probably get some certificates and get some approval, but the diploma itself is valid. And if you want to work in Canada, in US, or Asia, different countries, you have to know that every country has its own regulation for recognition of your diploma. So I know in Canada or in the States, even at the state level, the requirements are different. What you should know is that University of Pécs diploma is internationally approved. So when you graduate as a pharmacist, your diploma is ready for evaluation by other nations. So you can take your diploma to any country and start the approval process, but you have to be ready to provide any document that's necessary. Maybe you need to take some exams. In some cases, maybe you need to go and do some community or hospital rotations and also practices for a few months, and then you will get your diploma recognized. It's based on your country. If you want to work in your home country, I suggest you contact your local education department, or maybe pharmacy union or somewhere related to the education, and then ask them what is the specific requirements. But for the EU, it's valid, and in a lot of countries, you have to take 1 or 2 exams.
Thank you so much, Amir. We have a question from Carolina, who first of all is thanking you all for this presentation. So she's from Brazil, and she already started her degree in pharmacy. So she's asking about exchange programs. So if they're available, so if it's possible for her to come to an exchange program to the University of Pécs, and if it's a real option even during the pandemic situation. So I don't know if maybe Tunde or Amir, yes, please.
Yeah. So I know a lot of students who join the Erasmus exchange program. They can come for a semester or a year. So if their university offers Erasmus or Erasmus Plus or any type of student exchange, they can ask. But I know students who came here from Brazil, they came here from Spain. We had students from France. So it depends on your university. If they allow you to go and do a semester abroad, I think we would be happy to accept you as a visiting student.
Perfect, thank you. Then I can see that Vitor was asking about scholarship. We already answered, so hello Vitor. And of course, if you do have any further questions about this, there will be also the website available. Another question is from Arwa. I think it's very interesting, asking what type of students is the faculty looking for?
I think you should be motivated. So if you are motivated and if you are willing to learn, if you want to learn and become a pharmacist, I think the faculty is looking for you. So it depends on you. If you think you have what it takes to study 5 years and live abroad, I think you are very welcome to join. And I think the faculty is really looking for motivated students, and that's what I can say.
Thank you. I don't know if Tunde would like to add anything to this.
No, it's just correct what Amir just told. Apart from the very basic knowledge in biology and chemistry, and of course English, because you are supposed to have the fluency in English, both in oral and in written means. So if you have these basic input knowledges, the personality is the most important thing. That, as he said, you should be willing to study, and you should be willing to spend your time here with getting the knowledge from the professors.
Thank you. We also received a couple of questions about entry requirement in terms of background. So they're asking us if students they need to have studied some sort of chemical subjects before in order to be able to apply, or if they can actually start from scratch. If in high school they didn't do much math, or for example, chemistry or biology.
Based on personal experience, I can tell you that we have a background in chemistry or physics, and they really put the effort into it, and in a year or two they acquired the basic knowledge. What you should know is that the first year is something like a continuation of your basic sciences. So if you don't know really that much chemistry or physics or mathematics, the first part of the semester in the first year, it's something like a recap, but it would be difficult, but not impossible. So it's not something that's never been done before. You can do it. But if you think you need more help and you don't see yourself learning chemistry or physics in a semester, there is 1 year of something like a pre-med course that you can join. And they have physics, chemistry, biology. So it's like a 1 year preparatory course that you can take. And then after you finished with that course, you can apply and get into the Faculty of Pharmacy.
Thank you so much, Amir, for this explanation. Catalina is asking some information about the university. So we did have a brief explanation by asking if the university is a public or is a private university in Hungary. So maybe we can also give some general information. And wanted to ask also, I'm just going to touch another question from Khaled, if the University of Pécs is welcoming students outside of the European Union, and maybe we can talk about how many international students you have in the Faculty of Pharmacy.
Okay, I'm going to ask the question. So, University of Pécs is owned by the Hungarian state, so it's not a private university. Actually, it's a huge university because we have 10 faculties. We have the Faculty of Pharmacy, we have the medical school, we have Faculty of Law, Art, Health Sciences, Natural Sciences, Humanities, IT and engineering. So it's a very huge university and community. And I have to tell that it's one of the oldest universities in Europe because its history dates back to 650 years. So it has been established this long time ago. And our professors have a great experience in teaching. Okay. Of course, we are inviting students from all over the globe. So not only students from the European Union, but from all over the world. We are very international. Even at the Faculty of Pharmacy, we have a great diversity of students. So we have students from the EU, from South Korea, Iran, so all sort of nationalities are presented.
Thank you. Also, another question is about master program. So we've been talking now about the bachelor degree, but in case I want to continue my my studies, will there be available some sort of master course at the University of Pécs?
Okay, so we do not. Okay, please,
Amir,
please.
Is actually a master's degree.
Yeah.
So it's not a bachelor; it's a master's degree, and they get the Doctor of Pharmacy title. So after they finish the pharmacy course, they can move on to PhD if they want.
Perfect. Thank you. Another question is about, so we did mention about the background. So they say I did a degree in molecular and cellular biology, but I'm interested in doing a master's in pharmacy. Is it necessary if I do a pharmacy degree before venturing into pharmacy masters?
No, because you know, this is a one-tier master. So it's a 5-year course. It means that basically you don't have to think it like the US, that you have to get like a bachelor then master. This is a one-tier course. So you get to move on to get your master's degree directly from high school. If you have another degree, a bachelor's degree, that's a bonus because you have experience, you have a lot more knowledge than a high school graduate. So you can have a much easier time to learn the pharmacy courses. And you can always send emails to the admissions office. And if you ask them specific questions and send them your transcripts and the courses that you have already done, there are, in many cases, courses will be approved. So if you have a degree in biochemistry, of course, you don't have to study biochemistry again if you already own a degree. So a lot of courses will be recognized if you have a related bachelor's degree.
Perfect. I don't know if Tunde wanted to add something. So as we mentioned, this course will be a 5 years course. So you basically start from your high school and then you continue with the bachelor degree and the master degree. So perfect. Questions also, so we already mentioned, but just wanted to clarify that it will be possible to transfer from another university to the University of Pécs. So we already mentioned this. And in addition to what Amir was saying, is we will be sending you a follow-up email after this event, and we will be including a contact detail that you can refer to in case you have any specific question. So we mentioned that it's a 5-year course, but they're asking us how long is a full academic year and when does it start? In terms of months, I guess. Okay,
so the academic year starts in September and it ends in May, June. Okay, so and it's divided into 2 semesters, and each semester is closed with the exam period.
Perfect, thank you. Questions about the exam. So are they going to be written exam, oral exam, or will it be a mix? Will it be both based on the course?
It's mixed.
It's mixed, perfect.
So some courses offer written exams, some courses have oral exams. You have to be prepared for both types.
Perfect. Another question is, I mean, during the first presentation, they were talking about different job outcomes with the degree in the pharmacy. So they actually ask if, let's say, if pharmacists can actually work in the veterinary medicine, and if how it could be more available to the patient. So it's a very specific question maybe about the job outcome. In here, we've mainly answered about the academic part, but I don't know if maybe Amir would like to say something about this.
I can tell you that during the courses that I had, we had a course called Pharmaceutical Technology that is offered in 4 semesters, and this is a course during which you learn how to make medicine. And different preparations, eye drops, suppositories, and so on. And a small portion of that was veterinary preparations. So we get to learn about medications that is good for different animals, but it is not a focus of the course. And also, I can tell you that nowadays, many veterinary clinics, they prescribe and also offer the medications on the spot. So it's really rare for somebody to go to a pharmacy and ask medication for their pets. But you learn some basic knowledge about that. And also there are a lot of medications that is for human consumption that you can give to your pets. So you get to learn about that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Amir. Well, we actually answered the majority of the questions that we received, so thank you so much. I really like to thank all the team and Amir for being with us today and answering all of your questions, which has been very interesting to hear. And I wanted to thank our speakers for tonight, for their time, for their presentation. I also like to thank all of you for being connected. As mentioned, we will be sending you at the end of this webinar a follow-up email which contain a recording of the event, but we will be also sharing with you contact details that you can refer to in case you have any sort of further question. So before actually saying goodbye for today, I wanted to ask the team, but also Amir, if you wanted to add anything to what we said. Of course, it's very hard to try to squeeze an entire faculty in an hour presentation. And you actually did a great job. I wanted to ask if there was anything else that you wanted to add to the audience, maybe a piece of advice or anything.
Piece of advice is always check your calendar, because a lot of times students miss the deadlines. For example, deadline for applications, deadline for exams, and now deadline for getting to the entrance exam. If you are interested to join the faculty, be prepared. Get your documents, get your certificate. If you need to translate something, to get it done, and then you send in your application, and hopefully we get to meet in person. And also, what I can tell you is that don't be afraid. I know a lot of you are finishing high school now, and it's a little bit confusing what to do with yourself. But if you make up your mind, I think you will be successful. Just push for your future.
Thank you so much, Amir. I don't know if the team would like to add anything.
Well, maybe just one word, that the application period is open until the end of June, but it is something like technical. So if you would like to apply, I suggest to apply in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, okay? Because entrance exams are going to be held until mid-July, okay? So we have to receive your application, and then we have to organize your oral exam. So right now you have like 4, 6, 7 weeks for the application.
Thank you, and I can also see that Alma posted some very useful links, so thank you so much. Once again, thank you all for your time. Thank you all for being connected. It's been a real pleasure to be with you today, and we look forward to seeing you soon at the next live webinar of the University of Pécs, and good luck for your decision, and I hope you put an application through and you get to meet the team in person. And also a special good luck to Amir, who, as he mentioned, is going to be graduating soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Bye.
Have a
Thanks.
nice day.
Bye.